Welcome back to the 99 Bitcoins YouTube channel. I'm your host Umar Khan, and today we have a very exciting live stream. As the title suggests, buy Bitcoin and crypto now. We might be at a very interesting pivotal point in the market that you're definitely going to want to start taking advantage of. So today we're going to talk all things Bitcoin and crypto. Sorry, my camera's not focusing. It's annoying me. Yeah, it'll do its thing. But essentially, we're going to be talking all things crypto and Bitcoin. We have a whole market update segment as well. We're talking about some meme coins as well and just take a general overhaul of what the heck's been going on in the market. But before we even get started, I want to ask, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out another stream like this. I was doing many live streams on this channel, anywhere from 2 to 3 every single week. Also, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you check out the partner for our channel, Best Wallet. Best Wallet is the best anonymous crypto wallet that lets you create an account without verification, ID, or KYC. Get the most secure and anonymous non-custodial crypto wallet today. Available on Google Play and Apple App Store. Best Wallet allows you to buy and swap Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies with Best Wallet, the smartest way to buy, store, and manage your crypto in 2025. Available on Google Play Store and Apple App Store. It's been recommended by Forbes, Money Insider, Bitconomist, New York Post, and many other reputable sources in the crypto and finance space. So again, look no further. If you're looking for a new wallet, check this one out. There's a download link in the description box below. So go ahead, check it out. Every download supports the channel tremendously. Now, we're seeing headlines like this. Bitcoin to rally back to $100,000, says BITG. Everyone's been very, very bullish for crypto. And the question is, do we have that in tank? Are we going to see Bitcoin specifically reach 6 figures in the near future? That's what it's starting to look like. As it's been holding strong in this $90,000 zone, I think that's not too far-fetched to expect to see Bitcoin really get to these price levels. I mean, we've seen it happen before. I think the biggest measure was going from the low 80s we saw it, and to regain momentum was a very critical zone that Bitcoin passed, right? We're seeing dominance regain. We're seeing money flowing back in. So again, with all the speculation that Bitcoin's going to zero, with all that out of the way, I think we're sitting in a pretty decent spot, and this is a fantastic time to be loading up because a momentum like this continues to build. This is a phenomenal time to get in. Now, before we go any further, I do want to do a quick market update. So the market today is down about 0.5%. Not too bad. This week as a whole has been pretty good. So I'll take that. Fear and greed has been in 20. Again, this may look negative, but when you really think about it, going from extreme fear to fear is not too shabby. If we're stuck in extreme fear for weeks or months, that's a very, very, dangerous spot to be in, and it would make market sentiment very weak. I'd imagine if this week continues pumping like this and going to the next week, we probably go from fear into neutral. Remember, last December, we saw a massive rally with crypto meme coins. So I imagine something similar could happen. Yesterday, I made an update video for popular meme coin Rizcoin or Rizmiz. As we're already seeing some of these holiday meme coins come back. And again, if we see the memes come back into play, that's usually good for the market. It shows that money's there, it shows that liquidity is there, and people want to continue investing. Now, alt season Bitcoin dominance remains 22 out of 100. Our site 47, a little bit closer to oversold than overbought. But yesterday we were in the low 50s, so I'll take that. Now, doing a deep dive on Bitcoin. On the month, we're down 16% after seeing a low of 86. I think we almost at one point touched $79,000. Okay, and then we did see a quick rebound, and now we're seeing a brief segment of consolidation. I imagine after this rate of consolidation, the next leg up could be big. And like I said, especially if we start going memes heavy, that's why I really think the market is going to start shifting in a bullish direction. And again, we're seeing headlines galore. Everyone seems to be talking about it. Asia morning briefing: Bitcoin steadies nears $90,000 even as ETF outflows caps upside. So you see Flowdesk and QCP see short converting and dip buying supporting Bitcoin around $9,000, while predictable markets assign low odds of push towards 96. So again, some people think we're going to see 100. Some people think we're not even going to pass 90. Okay, so Bitcoin recent price of 90 is driven by short-term covering and dip buying, with exception of December's rate cut influencing market behavior. Prediction market suggests that Bitcoin will remain capped around 92,000 through November, with ETF outflow limiting upward momentum. Gold prices are rising due to falling rates and geopolitical tension, while Asia Pacific markets show mixed performance amid Tokyo's inflation current concerns. So again, it looks like we're sitting in an interesting spot, but again, this seems to be a very good time to be buying Bitcoin, as well as Ethereum, as well as any top assets you've been watching closely. As once momentum builds, you're gonna really wish you'd build your bags better, right? And can take advantage of buying Bitcoin sub 90,000 was a great spot to be in, a great time to be in, because we live in a world where we may never see these prices again, right? Yes, we have the possibility, yes, we have the possibility to continue going down, but also we have the possibility to continue going up as well. And I feel like that's a hindsight people forget. When Bitcoin's pumping, it's at $125,000. I literally made a video on this channel saying sell your Bitcoin now. And this wasn't to like panic sell and just flood your bag saying we reached the top. It was more so like, especially for a lot of people that are short-term to mid-term investors, okay, take profits now. If you got in, sub, 70, 80, 90,000, depending on how long you've been in crypto, it's a great time to start taking some profits, right? And then at a time like this is a great time to be buying. So when we do reach levels like 125 and or higher, again, that will be a great time to set profits. It's all about your strategy. And then, guys, in crypto, it's and any trading and investing, it comes down to what your strategy is, how true do you see your strategy, and not just letting your emotions take control. I think that's the number one area where people make mistakes, is once they start letting their emotions get the best of them, and you can't make logical decisions anymore. That's just not a spot you want to be in, especially if you're trading crypto actively. So again, definitely keep that in mind. Now, more headlines. Okay, we see Turkmenistan legalizes crypto with a new licensing regime starting in January. So again, more and more countries are starting to adopt crypto. If you guys missed it, India is going to have their own rupee-backed cryptocurrency set for Q1 of 2026. And now we see more countries just continuing to adopt crypto. We see Turkmenistan has taken a major step towards joining the global digital asset economy by passing a comprehensive law that formally legalizes and regulates cryptocurrencies, mining, operating, and virtual asset service providers. And again, the reason why this is bullish, a lot of people probably don't know where this country is, honestly, me included, is because it just shows how open the world is getting and how fast we're able to move money around. And again, really showing you in real time the replacement of traditional finance and traditional banking. Think about it, guys. For this Turkmenistan, imagine if you were to send $10,000. How long would it take? How much would it cost? How much bullshit would be associated in the transaction, right? However, if I need to send 10K ETH to Turk, it can happen in a matter of seconds, right? And we're talking about a fraction of the cost. We're talking about a couple bucks, right? On Solana or BNB, God forbid, a couple of cents, right? So again, that's something to keep in mind as well. The more adoption we're going to see of crypto, the better it's going to be for the entire market as a whole. So yeah, it's not just short-term benefits, but it's better for long-term benefits. Okay, now we're seeing some XRP outflows, XRP ETF inflows. Okay, inflows, that's good. I thought it said outflows. Okay, XRP ETFs inflows most recent were 21.81 million on November 26th and about 643 million in their first month. Latest daily inflow saw 21.8 million on November 26th. So again, inflows coming into the ETF, which is good. Accumulation since launch over 643 million with a peak day of 164. Daily inflow reporting 21 million. What does this mean? Flows are positive and distributed across funding, suggesting institutional demand is broader than concentrated in one issuer. So again, looks like this is good. This is another sign that maybe we're not having as much fear in the marketplace as some market makers are making it out to mean. And what I mean by that, and I said this in a previous live stream before, it sounds really like conspiracy theorist, or someone who's into conspiracy theories. But essentially, I was making a point a couple of days ago that perhaps, we're being slightly manipulated, right? And what I mean by that is I feel like there could be an agenda forcing people to believe crypto is going to, shit or going to zero, when it's not. Maybe there's like this agenda because again, seeing like over $21 million a day inflow of an XRP ETF shows me otherwise. I see confidence in crypto, right? Because again, if Wall Street was bearish, why the hell would we be buying crypto at all? Okay, now the market's down slightly today. What does AI think the reason is? We see leverage unwind. Open interest fell 7.1% as traders reduce risk, while BTC liquidations drop into 87 to $11.7 million. Altcoin weekends, high concentration tokens faced sell-offs, while Bitcoin dominance rose to 58%. Fear sentiment, fear and greed index held at 20, extreme fear. stifling speculative demand. Okay, so we're seeing an interesting area we're sitting in. Again, we're seeing a mix of both positive and negative in the market, which gets pretty neutral. Main factors seem to be like general economics, not just like crypto focus, which it's kind of bullish if you think about it, because if it was just crypto centric, that would really send everyone into a whirlwind, into fear. When we see the blame is being spread across, you know, economics and everything, it kind of softens the blow and just creates a more bullish outlook. Okay, we see CoinShares pulls the plug on select crypto ETFs ahead of US listings. We see in CoinShare files on Friday to withdraw its plan to launch 3 exchange-traded funds as Europe cryptocurrency firm plans to focus on higher margin opportunities ahead of its U.S. listing. So again, interesting. I just thought I'd bring this up. We're seeing more headlines. Again, the headlines just continue to get bigger and bigger. But this one is from the Los Angeles Times. Crypto promoters saw Trump as their savior. Then reality set in. The Trump has called for relaxing regulations on crypto. So why are crypto prices plummeting? With Donald Trump's election as president, the cryptocurrency community saw blue skies ahead. The election sent the price of Bitcoin to record high, exceeding $75,000. After all, during the campaign, Trump had vowed to make U.S. crypto capital of the planet. I heard the word world, but regardless, he's definitely trying his best. And to create a strategic reserve of Bitcoin, he and his family members formed World Liberty Financial, a crypto trading firm. Within 3 days of its inauguration, Trump issued an executive order promoting the expansion of cryptocurrencies in the U.S. He designated enforcement efforts by the Biden administration as a reflection of a war on crypto. Okay, on the second day of his presidency, it kind of goes through the history, like him creating the Genius Act, the Big Beautiful Bill, and so why is crypto going to shit based off of this post? Okay, let's take a closer look at crypto's terrible, horrible, no good, very bad year. The first slap in the face is when with a wet fish came from crypto on February 21st, when the crypto exchange BitBuy, which sometimes counted as the second largest crypto exchange, lost $1.5 billion in crypto tokens to hackers, largest hack in history. Okay, according to Cyberspace Commission, the congregational established body overseeing cyber defense, Trump cuts to cyber diplomacy and science programs, and the absence of stable leadership at a key agency like the Cybersecurity Infrastructure Agency, the state deployment, and the Department of Commerce have resulted in the country's ability to protect itself against cyber threats. Okay, so it's going on a whirlwind of details. Then we talk about the North Korea hacking situation, and again, I'm not seeing something that really provoked the markets too was the Trump family coins listening, like the World Liberty, like Trump coin, like the Melina coin, and they kind of just go on. And then we saw the pardon for CZ. I feel like it was written a little bit more one sided than I thought. It started off nice and fair, but a little bit more one sided. Now we're seeing a ton of news. Again, everyone's trying to push their own narrative up and down. But before I even continue, I had to ask you guys, where do you guys see the market going? Like personally, like do you think we are in a bearish market for a while? Do you think we're in a bear market? Do you think we're going to see some reversals? I'm still pretty bullish on an alt season, but do let me know your opinions, whether you're watching live or even if you're watching the replay later on. It's good to keep the conversation flowing that way. And we see in terms of Bitcoin headlines, we're seeing a lot of news for Bitcoin as well. Crypto market today, Bitcoin prices rise, but faces or break resistance. We're seeing Bitcoin steady near 90,000. Bitcoin set to break above 100,000. Bitcoin climbs back to 92K. 2026 looks really good for Bitcoin. For the most part, we're seeing a more bullish narrative. Even when we saw with Sailor the other day, like he's been very bullish, which again, no surprise, he's been very bullish on cryptocurrencies for quite some time now. But again, things are starting to look good on that front as well. Now, on terms of some posts I want to share with you guys, there's some interesting things going here. Okay, never sell your Bitcoin. I wish I had kept my 1,700 Bitcoin at 6 cents instead of selling them at 30 cents. Now they're at $8. This brother owns 1,700 Bitcoin at 6 cents. May 11th or May 16, 2011. I don't want to calculate the millions this guy lost. It's crazy. He sold it 30 cents and he's upset about it that it hit $8. It's just crazy. It goes to show. Sometimes you gotta be in it for the long haul. Don't be so short-sighted. Breaking news: China says Bitcoin and crypto have no legal status and orders stricter enforcement amid rising speculation. On one hand, we hear China's going to start adopting crypto. On the other hand, we hear that they're still bearish. Okay, and I see Solana brothers. Yeah, we'll touch on Solana in a second. Also XRP, some of the top coins in a second. We're gonna touch on that. I just been really focused on Bitcoin past couple weeks. I think there's just a massive opportunity here. Okay, just in. Bitcoin ETFs are now BlackRock's top source of revenue. Take that in for account, okay? Everyone says Bitcoin's going to zero. When it's making BlackRock, it's pretty much the most amount of money right now. 245 million in annual fees generated by IBIT on October 25th. So in one day alone, that's insane. Fastest growing ETF in history. Now holds 3% of total Bitcoin supply. Okay, Bitcoin, my friends, is not going to zero. Crypto, my friends, is not going to zero. This is now your final chance to double down at these rates. I'm telling you, it's not going to be this low for this long. Okay, so I mentioned Powell, the end of the Burton Woods era fundamentally changes monetary policy. He's telling you what the F is happening in 9. Okay, cool. Just in Coinbase to fund basic income pilot that will send $12,000 in crypto to some New Yorkers. Cool. Okay, Bitcoin go parabolic, and then the everything bubble will pop. I spoke to Swiss bank chief, who says a massive market boom is imminent, and this was an interview over 2 hours long, so definitely check it out. Sometimes it's good so we get a general understanding of what the heck's going on. I mean, things happen so fast in the crypto markets; it's confusing, it changes fast. So watching podcasts like this is a great way to kind of understand, slow things down at a more comfortable pace. So I really encourage you guys, when doing your own research and due diligence, watch some content like that as well. BlackRock consult Sailor on Bitcoin at a bear market bottom. Again, Sailor was taking advantage. He was buying the dip when we saw Bitcoin see the dumps. Update Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index at fear. First reading without extreme fear since November 10th, which again, very bullish. Like I said, I call that bullish because again, going from extreme fear to fear is a pretty safe bet to be. I'm not gonna read this headline from Robert Kiyosaki. This guy just says the most outlandish things. Okay, should we read for the sake of it, and then we'll roast him for a bit. Even 0.01 of Bitcoin is going to be priceless in 2 years. Shut the hell up, Robert. Like, this is the one guy that makes me hate crypto. Like, genuinely, I just wish he wasn't. 0.01 Bitcoin. I'll take it in terms of price. And that's like $9,000. Was it 0.01 or 0.01? So $900 US worth of Bitcoin is going to be priceless in 2 years. I hate when people make headlines like this. It just pisses me off. This is the problem with crypto today. Genuinely. Like, this is the problem with crypto today, right? And people say this to me all the time. They say my headlines are too bullish and outlandish, right? But usually, there's reasoning behind it, right? But why is $900 going to be priceless in 2 years? What's happened in 2 years, Robert? What do you know that we don't know? Maybe it should say, Robert thinks this because, and give us some context. I'm sure there's some context. I don't want to just like rip on him, but like lately I just see these headlines. It just pisses me off. Genuinely just pisses me off. But anywho, Bitcoin aside, Bitcoin's looking absolutely fantastic. Great time to buy. Same with Ethereum, XRP, BNB, and Solana. I think, like I said earlier in the live stream, the meme coins are going to start making a massive comeback, as well as altcoins. And again, we already seen Solana hit highs of 260 almost, and now we're at 130. We could gain minimum $100 per SOL, right? I almost guaranteed 2x from here. So I would definitely be buying some SOL, holding some SOL for sure. Especially as the meme coin market is going to start pumping again. We see a lot of attention on BNB chain, and a lot of attention on Solana, and a lot of attention on Ethereum. That's why I'm very bullish for those 3 chains and those 3 tokens. Now, with those 3 tokens aside, there's also 3 other altcoins that are pre-sale right now that I'm very bullish for. I want to take a second to highlight. Starting list off with number 1 at Bitcoin Hyper. If you're subscribed to the channel, you know I've been covering this one very closely, as currently my favorite crypto pre-sale project, because they're bringing something very interesting to crypto, and that is L2 technology for Bitcoin. And yes, we've seen this before, but that was more so for transacting. This is for everything. Bitcoin Hyper is going to bring L2 technology to Bitcoin to make Bitcoin faster, cheaper, more effective for payments, meme coins, and dApps. They've raised over $28.7 million in their pre-sale, and when the whole crypto market was massively crashing, we saw a day where they had over $500,000 in inflow, meaning smart money's buying, the whales are buying, and again, you should definitely take advantage too. I'm already in. If you're interested in buying in, you buy with card or crypto direct from the website. and I'm leaving the link in the description box below. Another altcoin, guys, is Maxi Doge. It's another piece I've been covering very closely. It's a meme coin for the degens. They raised over $4.2 million. Go Maxi Doge, get Maxi gains, Maxi rip. Essentially, you're going to get staking, Maxi contest, and partner events. It's a cool meme coin. We've seen nice branding of the Dogecoin style memes. We've seen like Pepe in the background, Ponky, Pengu. And again, they raised over $4.2 million in a market like this. So it's pretty bullish to me. So if you're interested in buying this one, same thing. You connect your wallet from the website, and I'll be leaving a link in the description box below. Last but definitely not least, one of my favorite altcoins right now is Pepe Node, because it is a mine to earn meme coin. They have raised over $2.2 million in pre-sale, and they're offering 581% staking reward. Pepe Node lets you build your own virtual meme coin mining rig, where you can buy nodes, build server rooms, and combine nodes for huge bonuses. And 2 days and 15 hours are set for the next price increase. If you want to buy the lowest price, now is a chance to buy. A link in the description box below. You can buy nodes, upgrade your faculty, and earn memes in the process. So after this empty server room, you can buy nodes, combine nodes for better bonuses, and sell your nodes as well, which is a cool utility that we just haven't seen much of in the market. Now, guys, remember, like always, none of this is financial advice. Always do your own research and due diligence before investing any money in the cryptos we cover on this channel. If you enjoy watching these updates, these streams, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out a single update just like this, as we cover Bitcoin, meme coins, utility coins, everything and anything in between when it comes to crypto. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. And guys, obviously, remember, like, none of this is financial advice. So do your own research and due diligence. That wraps the stream. Make sure you tune to the next one. Hit the subscribe button down below. And I'll see you guys all in the next one. Until next time, peace.